So so let me just place it this way, because I'm still not able to test whether I was upside down or not. Let me set this up quickly so that we can begin. So guys, let us just go straight to the point, or to the topic of today. We are talking about a birth plan. So in our today's topic, I have already introduced myself. My name is Nasteri, and I'm a maternal health educator. So I have a series of questions that we are gonna cover in here. We are going to talk about what is a birth plan, and then we are going to talk about why do you need a birth plan, and 5 things to discuss with your partner. As you've seen from the topic of this live session, we are talking about that. Well, of hope I can see a question in there. What if I don't have a birth plan? We're gonna talk about that. So if you're joining us, please make sure that you add your question in there. We are going to be able to address all of that in our live session. So guys, what is a birth plan? So in a nutshell, I'd say a birth plan is kinda your vision of how you want your birth or your labor and birth to go about. For example, if you want to maybe make a certain dish, maybe you want to make some chicken stew, you always envision how you want it to taste. You envision the ingredients that you need, and if there's an ingredient that you don't have in that list, then you normally write it down, and then you go to the store and buy it, so that this whole recipe, or so that this thing that you want to cook can come out the way you want. So I'll define a birth plan is that vision, your vision, like what are you envisioning your labor and birth to go about? How do you want to progress during your labor? What are the for example, do you want to undergo a natural labor, that is medicated, or the one that is unmedicated, things like that. What are some of the positions that you want to use? So there are so many things, or so many components that are in the birth plan, but we are not going to go into depth concerning what is supposed to be in a birth plan. So let us just define what a birth plan is. I've told you it is your vision of how you want your labor and birth to go about. And why do you need a birth plan? Why do you need a birth plan? So you need a birth plan because it kind of gives you a sense of control. For example, if you want to go from point A to point B, maybe from location A to location B, you normally envision from your mind, from your imagination, you envision like which route can I take, which route can I follow to help me get to point B easily, faster, especially maybe if it is a place with a lot of traffic, things like that. So a birth plan, I would say it's like your roadmap. It is like your map. It is like your compass. A birth plan is that tool that helps you to plan ahead. It is that tool that helps you to plan ahead, and even yeah, it is that kind of an amazing tool. Like, it gives you a sense of direction, like where are we going from here to there, and then after that, what are we gonna do about that? So that is a birth plan in a nutshell. If you're joining us, please make sure you leave if you are pregnant and you're wondering what is a birth plan and should I have a birth plan. So why do you need a birth plan? You need a birth plan because it tells you what to do, or it gives you a sense of direction. So let us talk about the elephant in the room, and that is 5 things to discuss with your partner before writing your birth plan. Like, what are those 5 things? What are those things that are so important that you need to discuss with your partner before writing your birth plan? So we've defined what a birth plan is, and we've defined why you need a birth plan. And now we are going to talk about the 5 things that you need to discuss with your partner before writing your birth plan. If you're joining us, please make sure you tell us where you're watching us from, and if you have a question, also please let us know. So, number one thing that you need to discuss with your partner in regards to a birth plan is, but before that, who is a partner, or who do you say is your partner as far as this topic of birth plan is concerned? So I would define a partner as that person who is going to accompany you, or that supportive person that you know they are going to be there, they are going to be by your side, and they're not going to leave you during that whole process of labor and birth. So that is a partner. And a partner can be a husband, can be your fiance, can be your mom, can be anybody that is really, really supportive, and a person that you really, really trust. So that is a partner. And then we're gonna talk about what is their role, like what do you want them to do for you during the whole labor and birth process. So the role of a partner can be support, as we've talked about. No, they're going to be there offering you emotional support, offering you physical support, rubbing your back if you're going through the natural unmedicated, labor. And they're going to be also be your advocates, like they're going to advocate for you. For example, if you need something and things are not going as you had planned, they are going to be your advocate. So that is their role. So the 5 things that you need to, when you've already identified who your partner is, you're gonna discuss 5 things. And number one that is so important is you're gonna talk about their availability. That is so important because birth partner or your birth partner needs to be available. They need to be there during the whole process. And especially if you're a first-time mom, this whole process can be quite, it can be prolonged, from the time you go into labor to the time you deliver the baby. Can be many hours, maybe from 8 hours all the way to 24 hours and even beyond. So you need to discuss about the availability of your partner. Are they going to be available for all of this time? Or because I've seen some partners, they just come, they drop you at the hospital and they disappear, and they'll only come maybe tomorrow during the visiting hours. They are not there, so they are not playing their role. So you don't need this kind of a partner. You need a partner who is going to be there for you all through the whole time, because they are there for support, they are there to advocate for you, and they are there to be your your extra eye. So discuss their availability. Are they available during for about maybe 48 hours? They need to be available. They need to be focused entirely on you and on your labor and on your childbirth. So discuss availability, and this is very important because they need to be there. No, don't go with a person who is with you for 1 minute and then they tell you, I have a meeting, I need to go back to the office, my boss is calling me. No, you don't need such a person. So make sure that you have a person who is available. A person will be there to support you during this whole entire process. And then number 2 thing that you need to discuss about is their role. Like, make sure that you are very clear to them or with them, and tell them, like, you are accompanying me to the hospital, to the labor and birth ward, because I need you to play A, B, and C role. So make sure that you're telling them that I need you to advocate for me, I need you to because I'm going through maybe unmedicated labor. I need you to wrap my back. I need you to be there so that when I need something, I'm able to send you. I just need you to be there silently as a support, a support system, or a support to pray for you, to pray with you, because giving birth is not a joke. Giving birth is not a joke. So make sure that you are discussing with them their duties or their roles during your labor and birth. And then number three thing that you need to discuss with them is their willingness, because during your labor and birth, things can get messy, things can get dirty, things can get, out of control, and even unplanned things to happen. So is this person willing to go with you through all of these, scenarios? Are they willing to be there when things are messy? Are they willing to be your support system all through the whole entire process? So what or how is their willingness to support you? That is something that you need to discuss, because this is a person that you need to be able to trust them, because you will be at your most vulnerable moment. So discuss with them, how willing are you to accompany me to the hospital and be there for me for the next maybe 48 hours and even beyond? So how willing are they? How trustworthy are they? Because these people need to be trustworthy. And then the fourth thing that you need to discuss with your partner is you need to discuss about the backup plan. So, for example, if in your birth plan you wanted a natural birth and things are not going well, you're not dilating well, the descent is not okay, and the baby maybe is going into distress, and there need to be another backup plan. So what is your backup plan? Are you open to other mode of deliveries? For example, are you open to cesarean section? Are you open to maybe assisted birth? Things like that. So you need to discuss the backup plans and their role if you need to activate this backup plan. I hope we are together. Let me know if there are more questions. There's still just one question. That is okay. And let's just continue. And then number 5 thing that you need to discuss with your partner is about your delivery environment. There are other things that you may discuss with your partner, but these are the most basic. So the delivery environment, how do you want your room to be like? Do you want visitors, things like that? How many people do you want to be allowed in when you're going through labor and childbirth? So you need to discuss about this, the lighting in the room, the comfort, maybe do you want music, things like that. So the delivery environment, so this is something that you need to discuss with your partner before you write your birth plan. And when you've already discussed about all of this, make sure you include everything that you've talked about in the birth plan. So guys, there's a free birth plan template that I have for you. So there's a link in the video description. Make sure you download it so that it can help you be able to create your own birth plan. Now when you read through that sample template, you'll be able to write your own birth template and a birth plan template. And before we wrap up this, I want to mention something. When you are writing your birth plan, remember the mindset is supposed to be that of flexibility, because during labor and birth, things don't always go as planned. Things don't always go as planned. So sometimes emergency interventions are necessary, and you need to have that mindset of flexibility. So even as you download that free template in the video description, and as you write your own birth plan, remember to have that mindset of flexibility. So let us answer this question by Well of Hope. Thank you so much for that question. What if I don't have a birth plan? So if you are going into labor and to deliver your baby and you don't have a birth plan, it is still okay. Because for me especially, but because I'm a healthcare provider, I really don't advise you to go without a birth plan. For me, I didn't write them because I know exactly what goes on. But for you, it is so important to have a birth plan because it helps you feel, in control, kind of in control. So what if I don't have a birth plan? So if you don't have a birth plan, just make sure that you've educated yourself and you really know what you want. Also, don't go to deliver with that fixated mindset. No, when you're told by your healthcare provider that things are not going well, I've seen some moms who are so stubborn, like they're so stubborn. You'll tell them, do this because of this, but then they're gonna do their own things. So if you don't have a birth plan, it is still okay, but make sure that you've educated yourself so that you can know what to expect during which phase of labor. For example, during first stage of labor, what are you supposed to expect? During the second stage of labor, what are you supposed to expect? What are you supposed to do? Things like that. Have a general, knowledge so that even as you go into labor, you know what to expect, you know how to cooperate with your healthcare provider. And remember to trust your body, because we as women, we've been created to be able to go through this process. Naturally, we are built, we have that capacity. So trust your body and also trust those who are giving you care. Trust those who are giving you care. And then I also wanted to mention that we normally have we have a labor and birth prep, especially if you're feeling so anxious and afraid of the labor process. We have that amazing class. I'm going to add that link in the video description if you would want to have, or if you'd want us to engage in a group live class so that you can be prepped for labor and birth. We do have that. So I don't see if there are, sorry guys, I had disappeared for a minute, so I don't think there are any other questions. If you watch this live later on, please let me know, and I want you to download that birth plan template. The link is in the video description. It's also coming with a birth prep starter kit, that tells you about how to prepare for labor, what you need to prepare while preparing for labor, things like that. And then there's also that sample birth plan template. So the link is in the video description. So I don't think there's something that we haven't covered, unless there are questions, but I think that's it. So guys, my name is Nasteri and I do work with pregnant moms and moms with small babies. That is my area of expertise, let me call it that way. And I do really love serving mothers, as I explained later on. So that is what I wanted us to talk about. 5 things to discuss with your partner if or before you prepare your birth plan. And I hope I've answered or I've helped you so that you can be able to write your own birth plan. So my name is Nasteri. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm gonna see you in our next live session.